then pop, out she goes. And this is the no good tint. Don't cheap out. What up everybody, this is Carlos, the Texas Squeegee, and I'm back. All right, in this video, we are taking this Jeep right behind me. We are stripping off the old regular tint. We're replacing it with a new advanced nano ceramic tint to show you guys back home why you should never cheap out on window tint ever again on your Jeep. Coming up next, squeegee that. All right, so looking at the window tint, there are two main issues that the owner is having with. One of them is the tint itself, and the other one is that it's still getting too hot. Now, the tint itself is changing colors. Cheap window tint does this. It's starting to change colors to a purple, and that's why we're taking it off. A good window tint is color stable. It's not gonna do that. Number two is getting hot. Now with Jeeps, especially with hardtop Jeeps, they're not as well insulated as your typical car because it's just a hardtop. In the standard car, you'll have your hardtop plus some foam insulation, which is gonna protect it from the radiant heat heating up the cab. This doesn't really have it, so Jeeps are prone for more heat, which is even more important why you wanna have a good window tint and not the cheap stuff. So this tint is not doing anything for heat protection. We're doing a heat test before, and then we're gonna come back afterwards and do a comparison to show you back home the difference between a cheap window tint and a nano ceramic on your Jeep.
Using the computer cut system to save some time, not have to cut on your glass, and to really get some fine cuts out of the computer system.
So this right here underneath it has this plastic sheeting. Now this covers up the door panel, so in case there's any switches or any sensitive electronics to water, they're fully protected. And for additional measures, we also sometimes put this towel over it because it looks good, right? Logo. But it also just soaks up more water in case it needs it. So this protects the door panels from any drip marks, any sensitive electronics, and frying up anything like that. Super secure way, the most tint defying way by the Texas Tint Masters. Squeegee that. All right, so now that we finished up replacing this one right here, we're gonna do a heat test. Now we did one before it when it had the old tint. This one's got the new one. Now for the heat test, we're using these two things. This is what's putting out the amount of heat. This right here is measuring the amount of heat coming through. So the higher the number, the more heat is gonna come out. The lower, that means the less heat is getting through. So I'm gonna put it out in that gasket. It's keeping it stable so that there's no shenanigans, no hidden nothing. We're turning on the meter, put it up to the light. And this is what it's measuring comparing to the regular tint. So big drop. So even though they looked very similar, this is performing a whole lot different. This is what technology does to window tint. It's not the same as it always used to be. It doesn't have to be dark for it to block out heat. As you can see right here, this is not that dark. So ceramic tint, get it. Now what the hot steam actually does is it loosens up that adhesive. The adhesive, the glue, is what bonds it to the glass. So once you loosen it up that grip just a little bit. And then you start to pull it off. And if you do it right, you're not gonna get that much adhesive left behind. Now the older the tint is, the harder it is to remove. This is why you should never, ever cheap out on window tint. Why? Because it is more expensive to replace it twice because of quality than to get the good stuff one time. Squeegee that. So this right here is a special degreaser / cleaner. It's designed to loosen up the adhesive that is left behind by the film. This strips it completely clean down to the bare glass, which is important because the cleaner the glass is, the better that the film can bond it to the glass, and then it won't bubble up or peel in the future. Houston, if you want to get your windows tinted, go to our website at texastintmasters.com, go to the request a quote, fill out the lead form. You will get a link with full upfront pricing out the door, no hidden fees, no hidden surprises. Once you book your appointment, you will get reminders and confirmations with a digital tracking receipt. No paperwork needed, keeping your window tint as a one-time investment because it got a lifetime warranty. Squeegee that. All right, so if you want to get something like this done, visit our website at texastintmasters.com to get the process started. To keep watching some more of the top tint videos on YouTube, Facebook, Instagram, wherever you're watching this, make sure you follow us, like us, subscribe to our channel. This has been Carlos, the Texas Squeegee, signing off, and I'll see you on the next one. Squeegee that.